Everybody, welcome back to Unstable TV. So we have another suggestion coming in from you guys. But before we get into that, if this is your first time on the channel, do not forget to
like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell. And if you're back with us again, thank you.
So what are we taking a look at today then, yeah?
So today, James, we've been sent something a bit different than what we usually do, but we're going to have a look anyway. So this is India's sweet revenge. Indians published the real map of China, and this is China's response. What are we after missing the last few weeks?
Seems like a lot has been going on with India and other countries that we've missed out on. But thanks to you guys, we're checking it out today. So let's learn together. Let's go.
Honestly speaking, I'm shocked and I want to show you something. Wait a second. So, on numerous occasions, as you know, China has released maps showing Arunachal Pradesh, Aksai Chin within its borders, right? So, let me show you something. Today, we have a very solid answer from India. So, do you know this man? So, his name is Manoj Narvane. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it properly. So, this is his description. 28th Chief of Army Staff, Indian Army. So, of course, a very big personality. And see what he shared on September 12th, a map of China. He tweets, "Finally someone has got the map of China as it really is." So what kind of map is it? Let me take a closer look. So this map takes me to this news article that is published over here. So published on September 11th, and as you can read here, inputs from Chennai Center for China Studies. And let me tell you something. I have never come across something so direct and so brutal. So, as mentioned here, China has once again released, a few days back, a land border map targeting our sovereignty and integrity. It has claimed our Ladakh in the north and Arunachal Pradesh in the east as its own. So it seems that these guys from India are now trying to respond to that. So read this. Firstly, there has never been a land border between India and China. The two countries that act as buffers between India and China are Tibet and East Turkestan. The great ranges of Karakoram and the Himalayas divide India and Tibet and East Turkestan. So, as you can read here in this article, Tibet and East Turkestan do not belong to China. They have been independent states, which China aggressed and occupied in the previous century. So, let me tell you something. These are very harsh words, and I have never come across something like this in an Indian newspaper. And read this. Ladakh, which is part of India's Jammu and Kashmir, is situated between Tibet and East Turkestan states. And as far as Tibet is concerned, there are invaluable water resources over there. And take a look at this. The innumerable glaciers make Tibet the third pole after the North and the South Pole. And read this carefully. The article concludes that in the accompanying map, all these areas have been shown as independent states, but under occupation by China. China has border disputes not only with India, but with many others. It has land borders with 14 countries. And as mentioned here, it even claims the entire Siberia of its closest ally, Russia. Can you believe that? And of course, see this. Apart from land border disputes, China has maritime boundary disputes with all its maritime neighbors. And you know what? I want Indians to read this paragraph. Many Indians have no clue about this. And in particular, this paragraph is likely to upset China. So as mentioned here, the sea around Vietnam had been known for a long time as the Champa Sea. The Filipinos have always referred to the sea to their west as the West Philippines Sea. And read this. The remainder of the sea must, therefore, for the reasons above, be rightly renamed as the Indo-China Sea. Indo-China Sea. Sounds great. It seems that China is getting the answer it deserves. So viewers, what is your opinion? What is your opinion about this map? I want to know. Have you ever seen anything like this? Do you think that China is going to respond to this? If yes, then how? That's the question. Anyway, see you again.
So of course, a very big shout out to the original content creator. Do make sure you check them out, give them a like, subscribe, and sharing all that good YouTube stuff. Of course, a very big shout out to you guys for sending this through. I'd say China is going to respond by saying, yeah, there are places, what's the problem? Even though they're not. I think China just wants to fully take over the place. And they want all of India's unoccupied territory and just take that. as we've seen in previous videos, where the India and China border, they're constantly fighting, where something could really erupt any day now, as we've seen in previous videos. But there is a lot to be desired here. What did you think about that, Danielle?
Well, that was an interesting map. China, you know, just doing a UK out here and being like, this country's ours now, which nobody can do at all. I was going through the comments there quickly, and a lot of people in the comment section said this map should be used every time people are talking about China, and it probably should.
It should be. It gives you a good idea of what they're thinking. Will China respond? Probably not. But if they do respond, I have a feeling it's going to be some way of talking around it to say that's not what we meant, but it was what they meant. But let us know your guys' thoughts about this. How do you feel this is going to go? What way will China respond? Do you think China will push further into more Indian territory? Or will they go, that map was a mistake, we didn't actually mean that? We'd love to hear your thoughts, and we'd love to have the conversation with you guys. So that's been our 2 cents. We'll chop ourselves out of this.